Alright guys and gals, here we are again at Tinkercad. Today we're going to design a shot glass whiskey glass holder. I just want to design one for my bar area, so to speak. So that's what we're going to do today. So first thing I did was measured the glasses and shot glasses to see how big I needed the shelves for it. And the biggest glasses I have are 4 inches in diameter and about 4 inches high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a box here and I'm going to go ahead and make that box the length and width I would like. So I know I need at least 4 inches for it to fit into. So what I'm going to do is go just over about 4¼ inches. And what I do is I go on Google and do a millimeter to inches conversion. That's the quickest way I know. So I need 4¼ inches, which is 107 millimeters. So what I'll do is I'll make it the depth of it 107.95 millimeters, which is 4.25 inches. And the computer does not want to cooperate today. Okay, so I have my 107.95 depth. And the length, I want it so it fits at least 4 in there. Well, we'll go with 3, just for size sake. So 3 inches, or 4.25 inches times 3 would be 12¾ Go over here and convert that, which comes out to 323.85 millimeters, and that's the width I want. Don't worry about it not fitting on the plate. And then I go ahead and figure out the height I want. I only need about 2 inches, 2½ inches, so we'll go with 2.5, 2½. And that's 63.5 millimeters, and that's what will make the height. So that's going to be the first bottom shelf where everything sits into. So next thing I want to do is get a box, a hole, and that's 63.5, so we'll make this 63 high. Which will leave a ½ inch at the bottom. And what was the length on that once more? 323.85. We'll make that 323.30. So it's just slightly smaller. And the width, sometimes it's a little goofy to see, 107.95, so we'll do it 107.45. and then highlight them all, hit L, and we'll go ahead and line everything up. Okay, and then we click this, bring it down just a hair. We can kind of see where we are. So this area at the bottom, that's going to be the bottom of the shelf where everything sits. And we'll go ahead and bring that shelf out just a hair more. It's at 323.85. We'll go 325. Maybe a little more. And then the width on it, bring that out some. We'll do 109. Go a little more. Then line them back up again. So we want this a little thicker because that's going to be what's supporting the whole thing. So bring it out just a tad more. That ought to be alright. Make it a little wider. There we go. Okay, I like that. I like that. And I like where that's at. So now we're going to combine those, highlight them both, and then hit group. Now it's got a hole in it. And that's where the shot glasses and glasses are going to sit. But I don't want them in a box. I want this kind of open. So now what I'll do is I'll grab another one of these. And stretch it through. Stretch it that way. Just kind of creating a gap in there, or a hole in there, so that you can see it in the front and back, so it's open. But I don't want the front open. I just decided that I only want the back open. So now line them up again. This time I'll just line it up in the middle. There we go. That'll create a nice open space. Bring this up just a hair so I have a little bit thicker of a shelf. Excuse me. Just move that to where I want the hole. Maybe put a little bit of a lip in there so they don't fall out. Then combine. There you go. A hole with a lip. Or a tray with a lip. And then I want to go ahead and double check the height on that. 63.50. Want it higher because I want it at least 5 inches. So we'll make that 127 millimeters. There we go. Because the height on the glasses, the bigger glasses, is 4 inches. So we want at least an inch so you can get it in and out. Okay. And now what I'll do is duplicate that and just rest it right on top. Now that creates another shelf. What I like to do is just bring it down just a hair. I'll zoom in some. You can see in here it's just a hair where the bottom is into the top. That just creates more of a structure, more stability. If you just lay them right on top of each other, a lot of times when you print them, they'll peel right off. So this way, it's just a hair in, and it kind of welds to it. So now, do I just want to make it flat on the top, or do I want to make it fancy? Well, let's just, so this is what I'll do. I'll duplicate that, bring that up, same thing, just a hair. And then oh, there's a problem there. We'll combine those and see where we're at. Okay, so that's the problem. The height on the printer is 256. Don't want to go over that. I'm at 253 right now. So just barely making it. So I'll go ahead and take one of these. I'll just make a flat top. Get that just about where I need it. And the width, the length is going to be too long. So we can't have that more than 256. We'll do 250. $250, not 25. Make sure the depth is okay. That's fine. The height. Make the height 250. $250, not 205. Okay, and then we'll take this. We'll just line it up. L. Won't do it. So we have 121 width. Make that 121. then the length on it 250. Bring that down. Bring it over. Double check my dimensions. All I'm doing is lining the top up now. I will definitely be shortening this. I just want to make sure it's lined up. See, it's a little too deep onto there. Just give it a touch. Okay. What's the height on that? 250. We'll make this about 3 millimeters. There we go. Let's combine those. It won't let me combine it at that height. Okay. Love you too. Yeah, my daughter's bringing her boyfriend home. So, okay, so go ahead and combine it now. You know what? I'm just thinking maybe I want it open. See how that looks. Kind of like it open. Yeah, we'll keep it open. I can always add to it if I want to. Okay, now we're going to add a screw hole in the back. Don't want it that big. Maybe 2 millimeters in diameter. Okay. Now let's go with 4. Can't hurt, right? Okay. Make sure that hole goes all the way through. Put it up a little higher. Duplicate, duplicate, and then move that over. Then move this one the opposite way. Got 3 screw holes in there to hold it in place. Go ahead and combine that. Now the holes are in there. Okay. And that is the very simple, very easy whiskey glass shot glass holder. Now, next, we're gonna export it, save as a STL, and then it'll be up here and it'll be saved. Now I'm gonna open Bamboo Studios. Wait for it to load up. While I'm waiting for that, I am going to format my SD card. Okay, ignore all that. Wait for it to do its thing. Okay, so now we're ready to slice it. Open up Bamboo, go to add, grab that we just did, and made a boo-boo somewhere. Well, let's go back to Tinkercad. Well, there's a lesson. When you export, tell it everything, and then go to Bamboo and add it. Lesson learned. And there she is. Okay. So there's another mistake. I didn't make those holes. I made those solid. So let's go back to Tinkercad. Mistakes are a good learning experience. See, it came holes here, so we'll go ahead and just get rid of those. We can add those in Bamboo. Export. Everything. STL. Go back to Bamboo. Open that again. There we go. And you see that's cutting it very, very close. So we can always shrink it down. We'll go with 98%. That ought to be okay. So now to put those holes in there, highlight this, right click, and go to add negative part, cylinder, and you'll get a cylinder here. And what I'm going to do is resize that. We'll go about 5mm. Very tiny guy. Make it longer. Rotate it. Move it. Get it about where you want it. There we go. Add another negative. Another cylinder. Add another negative. Another cylinder. Then we'll go and bring that up. Do the same to the next one. And then 5x, 5y. Same with the next one. 5x, 5y. Move that over some. Want that about center. Then go ahead and do that at about a 90. Repeat. Bring that up. Bring that up. Kind of get them where I want them. That ought to be okay. and then come over here and go back to global supports. Actually, let's paint supports. Don't want supports there. Don't want any there. Don't need any there. None back here. These walls won't need any. Only place we'll really need supports is inside the bottom shelf. And you don't have to fill the whole area. Just the top and bottom is what you worry about. And go back to the paintbrush. Make it a good size circle. And you don't have to fill it in solid. Just enough for the supports. Just fill it in with circles. You're just looking for enough to give it support so it doesn't cave in while it's printing. Excuse me. And then we can go to slice plate. Let it slice, and then we'll check it out. Might help if I turn the supports on. So go to tree manual, and I like to use slim, and then slice again. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So there will be enough supports to support that shelf. The holes to attach will be there. We'll call that good to go. 14 hours. And that, my friends, is how you would make a small shelf. We're definitely going to have more in-depth, more complex projects coming up, but we're going to start small. These show you all the basics. But I hope everybody enjoyed, learned something from this. Thanks for your support. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. And most of all, let's go make stuff.